Hello everybody, welcome back to another video. We got ourselves a 2v2 GC1 replay analysis. This is going to be for Powaffle. Yeah, we got ourselves a new season here. So this is going to be the first replay of the new season. I don't think I did one before, so yeah, let's jump into it and see how it goes. Good try in the shot. It is what it is. Okay, I'm not really comfortable with you doing that little dodge there because you end up overcommitting. You can just try to drive into it, honestly, because it's already close to the wall as it is. If you just drive to it, then you might be able to stay on the wall and just recover a little sooner, but it's just something that I noticed there. It's a good spawn from your teammate. And you said you're gonna blame your teammate, so interesting to see. Let's see if he really is the problem. That's a pretty bad shot. Okay. You have no boost, so be mindful of how you challenge the next play here. I mean, this is really an interesting touch, and remember, you're going to be in their corner, so you don't want to overcommit, especially with no boost, because it's going to be hard for you to get back, right? You don't want to put your teammate in a bad spot with a 2v1. What a miss. Okay. We'll take it. You can go on the wall here because you have time. Look, you have a lot of boost, so if you just know that he's not going to hit the ball immediately, you can just boost and get up the wall. So you can just go down and then go up. I think you have time to do that. So far, not so bad. It looks like a lot of the problems are going to come a little later. Yeah, this was incredibly lucky. You should have gotten scored on your 100%. It's just you're moving the ball too quick, and you're slamming it into the ceiling. You don't need to touch it so hard. I don't know why you're look. If you just use the back of your camera here, just check again if he's following you or not. He's turned away, so you don't have to rush and try to slam this so hard, because you're just gonna make it hard on yourself to recover. And look what happens. You almost get scored on. You're lucky he pinched it, because if he didn't pinch it, it wouldn't have went up so high. That is a very unlucky shot for them. Good try in the dunk. Okay, I guess it works, but I would have just gotten back rather than trying to go for a demo there. Because again, you have no boost. If you're back here for too long and you're too slow, then you can't help out your teammate. So just be mindful of that. Okay. You have no boost, but I would like for you to get the small pads as much as you can. Once you're in this position, I want you to just trust your teammate here a bit and just go out and around here. Go back under, and then you can stay where you are. Might be a little risky because you don't know if your teammate's got the ball or not, but you can't be sitting around with, oh my god, it's stuck at 47 boost. Okay. Yeah, because you just don't know. You need some kind of boost. Alright, good use of the pads here. Good try on the block, but it works because you get the bump, so... I like how you didn't go after the ball when you jumped. You just position yourself where he's gonna go, so that's all you need to do. Okay, you're taking too long here. I know it looks like you have space, but... you have to get this ball a little sooner. You're gonna have to go up and try to read this. Because you're too high up on the wall like this. Because now you have to get off the wall, right? Which takes time. And now you hit the ground like this off the ramp. So now you're even slower. So you're just kind of inviting them to just come in. You're gonna have to get comfortable with jumping off the sidewall and reading the bounce off the ceiling like that. It's just something you're just gonna have to get used to. Better players would have definitely controlled that ball. 100%. So, as a Grand Champ, you start finding ways to get pretty good ball touches and getting really good, like, control over it, right? So, in moments where it's on the ceiling like this is just one of those moments where you're going to have to start doing some crazy stuff to get yourself out from the rest. Mechanics, I mean, game sense is still very important. I would still say game sense is probably a little bit more important than mechanics, but if you feel like you're playing as smart as you can, but you're still not really winning, then, like, it's probably because you're not really being, like, you're not making it difficult for the opponents to read your mechanics. Like, you might play too straightforward, and what I mean is, like, you play too simple to the point where it's kind of easy for them to, like, block your shots, or it's easy for them to know what you're trying to do. So that's why a lot of times, if you see pretty good mechanical players and they're somewhat smart, then, like, they just kick your ass because they get these touches that you don't even expect. So I think the more mechanical you get, not only the more confident you are in catching the ball, but the more you understand what the opponents can do with the ball. Because let's face it, let's say you don't know how to flip reset, right? You might not think the opponents in your rank can flip reset either, but that's not necessarily true. So, but if you can flip reset, then probably others can flip reset in your rank too. So that's why the more mechanical you get, the more you start to realize that the opponents can probably do the same thing. So it makes you more aware that that mechanic actually exists because you actually do it. Because sometimes you get caught off guard because you've never seen that type of touch or type of approach, right? And that's why you lose. Okay, this touch was... it's not that bad. You're able to recover. Okay, this 50 wasn't the best. Why? You weren't paying attention, right? You know, you're bringing it to the right. You're pushing it middle, realistically, because the ball is on the right side. And look what happens. Excuse me. But, look how it like how you 50 this. The ball ends up going to the right. Why? Because the ball is on the right side of your car. That's more likely where the ball is going to get squeezed out. And he's approaching... oh, I forgot to freaking turn on my my stupid pencil thing. But anyways, his momentum is going towards the wall, and your momentum is going straight. So with that, his momentum is going to cover this way, and your momentum is going straight. So where the ball is going to go, it's going to go this way. And that's not a good idea because you don't know if their second man is ready for a pass. And that's essentially what happens here in this 50. Now let's look at teammate here. I have to admit, he's pushed up a little too far. A little bit too far. I don't kind of blame him because he doesn't expect such a trash 50, no offense. But his 50 wasn't the best. So with the position he had... he was probably hoping the pass... I mean, hell, you could pass... you could 50 it like this, but it went backwards. If it went forwards, then it would have worked. This 50 is risky. You gotta be careful with how you 50 this. Maybe you didn't expect him to challenge so soon, but you gotta keep that in mind. If you're going slow like this, they're gonna rush in. So just think of that. 50 the ball on the left side of your car so it goes up the wall and you can keep following it. Right? Don't try to pass it so early to your teammate in front of your goal like that, because this shit happens. So your teammate can actually position a little bit farther back to begin with. Yeah, that's fine. He tried to help you out with the demo, but this is getting a little ambitious. If he has a more, like, a defensive attitude or a play style, he can just position a little bit farther back, and he can just jump up after it. So, there's different ways both of you could have done this. Try to 50 it better, especially when it's in your corner like that. Just try to 50 it better. 50 it in a way where you can actually just get it back. Alright, let's see what happens next. Like, see how you're playing? Like, you're playing behind him. That's what your teammates should have done. He doesn't have to get so ambitious. That's a crap shot. That's another crap shot. I don't know what the hell that was. Good touch. Okay, I don't like how your teammate cut in like this. I don't know why he's doing that. Let's see from his perspective. He saw you with 0 boost, that's why. But he should have realized that you can go after this big boost. Actually, he had time to not go after it. Right? Because look, right here. He sees you're going for big boost. Okay, I won't go for it. I'll cover behind you, right? Just in case something goes wrong. So I'll be back here instead. Right? But no, he's just forcing a play. He's forcing himself in a spot where it doesn't need to happen. Almost gets a goal out of it, surprisingly. Okay, that's the missed touch. Putting your teammate in a very bad spot now. Oh boy. Alright, good. Teammate should have held on to this ball a little longer. This is a common mistake that a lot of players make. I mean, it's definitely open. He didn't have to jump so early. He could have waited to take a little longer on the wall. Like, instead of jumping there, he could have jumped, like, over here, and he would have had a more direct shot into the net. Or he could hit this ball a little softer and just air dribble it, but he just hits the ball away. Now he can't even challenge it. And look what happens. He overcommits in the freaking back. Can he get back in time? Yes, he can. Okay, good. Good. You're taking a wider approach, which is a lot better. That's good. You don't need to jump there. Why don't you need to jump there? Because you're beat. Look how awkward you're landing, right? Just trust the fact that you're probably not going to hit this. So you don't need to jump after this ball. Just drive challenge, right? Just drive challenge. Okay, I'll turn around, right? Look where I'm at already. I could jump up after this, right? Just go for it. You know what I mean? You can definitely just double commit there. I mean, this is a flip reset we're talking about. You are there. You would have definitely been back sooner, and you would have had more time to react to this ball rather than being behind it. So you're still behind it. Like, look, you're still over right here when you should have already been facing the play, right? It's a much easier approach than what you're doing. So you just got yourself a little too far back. Now let's see what happened with your teammate, though. Can he have done better? There's still time for you. Okay, yes, but at the same time, what he did was fine. It's just he messes up at the worst thing. He messes up going for the ball. Like, look, he's pointed downwards. He's not gonna jump up. Look, see, he gets no height. He should have been positioned, like this, not like that. Like when he was pointed upwards, like his car is facing up this way. Right? He messes up at the worst time. At the same time, you didn't need to overcommit like that. So, again, errors on both sides here. There are definitely things that the both of you can do better. You know? I mean, it's a flip reset too, so it's definitely a little confusing on how to read the ball. Ah, it's unfortunate. He gets a touch. He gets a touch because you hit the ball right back up to him. Okay, so this is a very interesting game. I think for the most part, you played really well here. Again, a lot of it is just, like... Just be careful with the 50s and you're overcommitting, right? Just drive challenge more. Also, focus on winning your 50s, right? 50 with intent, right? I think you're just... Right here, you probably are not even thinking how you're going to 50 it. Let's face it. I don't think you are. If you were, you would have hit this ball to the left rather than the right. You wouldn't have had the ball on the right side of your car. So just make sure, work on just fit your better 50s, right? Being mindful of how your car is positioned on the 50, right? Because trust me, guys, you can turn your 50-50 into like a 60-40 if you know how to position on the 50, right? You want to hit this ball to the left? Just jump, turn your car this way, right? Cover this side with the side of your car, and then dodge. That's all you have to do, because now you're covering as a wall this way, right? So now you can force it this way. It's not that hard to understand. It's just you gotta play consciously. Alright? And you gotta understand what does the opponent want to do in this case, right? Well, I'm going pretty slow here. Someone's gonna challenge me once I start bringing this ball to the middle. It's literally inevitable. Guys, this is why you gotta think realistically here. Sometimes, or most of the time, you're not losing because of your mechanics alone. It's probably your game sense, right? Please, think realistically. This goes for any rank, but especially in Grand Champ, now is the time to think stupid realistically. You gotta understand what the opponent can and can't do. How do I get the best 50, and how do I get the best touches, right? You gotta start playing with intent here. Because stuff like this is all that's needed to lose, right? And again, he doesn't need to dodge here. Why? Because he's beat. He hit the ball towards the opponent here. Don't even bother jumping here. Because look, now he's all awkward. He would have gotten back way sooner if he just didn't jump. He would have already been driving back. Right? What also could he have done? Trusted that you were going to 50 it pretty decently. Go after the second man. Try to get rid of him. Right? And then come back around. And then go up. Right? It's much simpler. Again, not thinking smart enough. It's not that he mechanically sucks here, right? Because at this point, the option he chose still wasn't that bad, right? He could have gotten the demo on the first man to give you time to dribble. It's definitely possible, but another mistake he did was he pushed up too aggressively. So the problem is he's not thinking, well, what is this positioning allowing? It's covering one option. What is that option? A direct 50 pass to me, right? Pretend I'm him. So I'm only covering if the ball passes to me. What happens if it fails? Well, I'm screwed because I'm not even covering for the worst case scenario. So he's got to cover for both cases, right? What's the both cases? You're actually back here. Why? Because if the ball 50s to the right, you could still possibly go after it if it's fast enough, right? Or if it goes back, you can beat the second man, which is even better. So he's not thinking like in a more safe and realistic way here. So it becomes a matter of, okay, who's thinking more smarter than the other at this point? Because the mechanical skill level in this lobby, like, everybody's the same. So how you separate yourself from the rest? Either you're even more mechanical to the point where it's just retardedly broken, or you're just playerly smart. So it's up to you to decide, but I prefer the smarter option because having a better mindset and better habits is going to take you a lot longer, like, up the rank ladder than just being mechanical. Because at this point, because let's face it, people are inevitably going to get better at their mechanics as you climb the ranks. A lot of people still have bad habits that they've never gotten rid of. So if you don't have bad habits, then, like, you're just going to be playing super smart. Pros can beat us mechanically 100%, don't get me wrong, but fundamentally they're smarter than everybody. They think faster, smarter, and realistically. They cover more options because they see it, right? Because their game sense allows them to see it. So they're just undeniably better in terms of game sense fundamentals. Again, what happened here? You overcommitted, so don't jump on these challenges, right? Come on, you're obviously beat here. Right? to be honest, it's kind of obvious that you're a beat here because you're facing backwards. And look, the ball is it's going towards the opponent before you can even catch it. So I don't know why you went after this. See, because you're just not thinking. It's actually a very obvious thing to see, but since you're so, like, tunnel visioned because you want to win and it's 10 seconds left, you panic and you overcommit. And you're not back in time to get a better angle on this ball because you would have already been back in net, right? Again, if you just didn't do what you did, right? You did the landing, you drive, you turn around here, right? Look at this. So much easier. You're already back, and you can jump up after it, and then 50 it this way. So, alright, that's it for this video. If you guys enjoyed, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, and comment, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.